In the early days of the Cold War, the United States devised a plan to help rebuild war-torn Europe's economy and prevent the spread of communism. This strategy was known as the Marshall Plan, and it would eventually provide over $12.7 billion in aid to European countries. At its completion, it was believed to be successful in helping to rebuild Europe, and it also ultimately benefited American companies by creating new markets for their products. Before the Marshall Plan was created, the idea of American aid to Europe was put forward in a separate initiative called the Truman Doctrine. It was specifically in response to the civil unrest in Europe, where communist forces were gaining ground following the end of World War II. For example, in Greece, a civil war took place from 1946 to 1949. It was fought between the government forces, supported by the United Kingdom and later the United States, and the Democratic Army of Greece, the military branch of the Communist Party of Greece, backed by Yugoslavia, Albania and Bulgaria. Similarly, in Turkey, tensions rose in the late 1940s due to Soviet demands for control of the Turkish Straits and influence over Turkish territory. In the face of these pressures, a new policy was set forth by United States President Harry S. Truman in 1947. In it, he stated that the US would provide financial aid and military support to these European countries that were threatened by communism. At its core, the Truman Doctrine was part of America's early Cold War strategy, and the President was able to convince Congress to approve $400 million in aid to Greece and Turkey in May 1947. Once the American people and leaders were comfortable with the concept of financial aid to European countries, the stage was set for a much larger initiative. The much larger version was known as the European Recovery Program, or ERP, but is better known as the Marshall Plan. It was announced on June 5, 1947, during a speech by Secretary of State George Marshall at Harvard University, and would become a 4-year project. The purpose of the ERP was to help rebuild Europe after World War II, and was considered to be a matter of great urgency as a way of preventing the spread of communism. The ERP provided economic assistance to countries that were struggling to recover from the war by themselves. The Marshall Plan was officially enacted on April 3, 1948, when President Harry S. Truman signed the Economic Cooperation Act into law. Then the United States made its first payment of around $250 million to fund the reconstruction of infrastructure in France and Italy. This money was used to purchase food, fuel and other supplies that were urgently needed in Europe. The first shipment of goods then arrived in June 1948, and by the end of the year, over $2 billion worth of goods had been shipped to Europe. This payment helped to kickstart reconstruction efforts across Europe, and it also showed the Soviet Union that the US was serious about its commitment to containing communism. However, the United States placed conditions on how countries could use the Marshall Plan funds. Such conditions were designed to ensure that the money was used for its intended purpose, which was to help rebuild Europe after World War II. One of the limitations placed on the aid was that it could only be used for economic reconstruction and not for military purposes. While most recipients followed this rule, some countries did use a portion of the funds to indirectly support military readiness, including strengthening economic infrastructure that also had strategic military value. Another condition was that participating countries had to agree to dismantle trade barriers and establish the free movement of goods between themselves. This condition benefited American companies by creating new markets for their products in Europe. The Soviet Union was initially invited to participate in the Marshall Plan but chose not to, primarily due to concerns about losing control over Eastern Europe and the potential for Western influence to undermine Soviet authority. Stalin feared that economic integration with the West, as proposed by the Marshall Plan, would allow Eastern Bloc countries to escape Soviet control and possibly align with Western powers. Also, the conditions of the Marshall Plan required countries to reveal their national economic plans, which the Soviets saw as an infringement on their sovereignty. Additionally, Stalin perceived the plan as a strategic move by the US to create an anti-Soviet bloc by economically binding Western Europe to American interests. In response, the Soviet Union forbade Eastern Bloc countries, such as Poland and Czechoslovakia, from accepting US aid. Then they developed their own economic program, known as the Molotov Plan, to provide aid to Eastern Bloc countries, in an effort to ensure they remained aligned with Soviet policies. This eventually led to the division of Europe into the economically recovering West and the struggling East, which deepened the Cold War divide. The Marshall Plan lasted for 4 years and cost more than $12.7 billion. It is generally considered to be a success, as it helped to revive the economies of European countries. A total of 16 Western European countries participated. Major recipients of the aid included the United Kingdom, France, West Germany, Italy, and the Netherlands. The United Kingdom received the largest share at approximately $3.2 billion. It achieved its overall goal, which was to help rebuild Europe after World War II. The plan also helped to strengthen the relationship between America and Europe, and it contributed to the spread of democracy throughout the continent. In addition, the Marshall Plan was successful in terms of its economic impact. As a result, the economies of Western European countries grew by an estimated 25% between 1948 and 1952. In particular, West Germany, under the leadership of Chancellor Konrad Adenauer, experienced an economic miracle, known by the German word Wirtschaftswunder. It was helped in part due to Marshall Plan aid, which helped restore its industrial base. Ultimately, the Marshall Plan encouraged European countries to work together and coordinate their economic policies. The alignment of American and European interests under the Marshall Plan led to the establishment of the Organization for European Economic Cooperation, or OEEC, in 1948. This was designed to coordinate the distribution of aid and fostered economic collaboration among European countries. It would also lay the groundwork for future cooperation and the formation of the European Economic Community, which was a precursor to the European Union. In addition, the Marshall Plan's emphasis on European cooperation and rebuilding contributed to the formation of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, in 1949. This military cooperation further aligned Western Europe with the United States against the growing influence of the Soviet Union. Finally, George C. Marshall was even awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1953 for his role in developing and promoting the Marshall Plan. The Marshall Plan officially concluded on December 31, 1951, by which time American companies enjoyed new markets for their products in participating European countries. As European countries used the provided dollar assistance to purchase commodities, machinery, and raw materials from the United States, this led to a significant boost in American exports, with an estimated 70% of European purchases being made in the US. Additionally, the requirement that half of all goods be transported on American ships benefited the US shipping industry. By fostering political stability in Western Europe and reducing communist influence, the Marshall Plan created a favourable environment for business and trade, aligning with US economic and geopolitical interests during the early Cold War period. Overall, during the 4 years that the Marshall Plan was in effect, American exports to Europe increased by nearly 50%. This increase in trade helped to create jobs and boost the US economy, which meant that America would have the strongest global economy in the post-war period. I hope that you have enjoyed learning about the Marshall Plan. If you'd like to study it further, please check out the resources on the History Skills website.